so I'm still, grinding away at my characters on that game, but I thought we would just take a break, and for those of you that like the Minecraft videos, I thought I would get a Minecraft video in today. So I thought what we would do is do some work on our log cabin here. We need to put some more windows in and add a floor. It looks like I need to harvest these crops over here as well, so maybe I will do that first before we get started. The other thing I wanted to check out is the last update, which was a little while ago, but up to 1.21.5 added some new varieties of animals. The chickens, pigs, and cows have different varieties depending on what biome you're in, so I thought it would be fun to see if we can't find any of those. We do a little traveling. They are pretty cool looking, and I thought it would be really fun to have a farm with like different types of animals. I haven't played this game in quite a while, so I don't remember whether I had any leads. I'm thinking I probably did not have leads yet, but I have to check my chests here that are chock full of stuff. I have some saddles, but I don't. Oh, I do have a couple of leads in here. I have 2. Okay, so that's good. I didn't realize I had those. I don't believe I have any slime balls to be able to make more leads either. My inventory, as usually, is full as well, so I don't even think I can pick up these crops if I harvest them. Let's see, what can we put away here? Well, let's see how many of these we are able to harvest. I think my crops have been here for quite a while because they're all fully grown. I have not bothered to replant anything yet, I don't think. I'm doing this kind of in a chaotic manner here, but I guess we're getting the job done anyway. So I don't have room to pick up anymore. And I think I can pick up those. Let's go to bed. Well, it will help to replant the crops here, I guess. Let's put a line of them here. I need another beet seed. I do try to alternate the rows of things that I plant. They say that doing them in lines makes them grow faster. I don't know why that's the case, but that's what I've heard. I'm gonna do more wheat because that is needed for more, like if you want to feed animals or breed animals or whatever, you need wheat more than you need other things. At least that's what I usually find. Okay, so we have like a lot of potatoes. I don't know. I think I shouldn't plant any like bricks when they make like a clicking noise when you walk on them. Like I think the deep slate bricks are like that. If you make them into bricks, they make a very loud noise. I'm not sure if regular bricks are like that or not. But I do also have a lot of brown terracotta. What is this? White terracotta. I wonder if it might be cool to do like alternating, like a checkerboard type pattern on the floor with white. I don't know. We need to. This is regular terracotta. We may need to dye. I think we might need to dye more of it. Well, I guess I should see how that looks first before I decide. Let's lay a little bit in a section here and see. I don't know. I kind of feel like for the log cabin feel, it's not really the right look. I don't like that. I also have done in a lot of my, sometimes, I guess not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot of my houses, but in some of my houses I've just done wool flooring, like as if the whole thing was carpeted. I don't think I want to use the clay because we have so much of that already on the walls. It's really dark. Spruce. The only thing we have a lot of spruce wood, but the only thing with this spruce wood is that the planks, if we use planks, they're so much lighter. Okay, I think I just made a lot more than what we needed, but let's lay. Yeah, actually, I think this is probably a good contrast with the darker wood. Okay, let me finish laying this quickly here, and then we can try to figure out where we want more windows. It might be cool to have some sort of a pattern in the floor, like, you know, a mosaic type thing, but with wood, like a pattern, alternating colors or something. But I'll have to think about that some more, what I would use. Like maybe I could do like a line of logs, so there would be like a dark stripe in the middle. That might be like a fun little accent. I don't know, I try to vary my houses and make them different, and then they kind of end up, even though I try to use different materials, they all end up looking the same. I feel like I get done and I'm like, well, this is pretty much just like a square or a rectangle and open floor plan. I usually don't put separate rooms in, and I don't know, I prefer having like an open feeling. Now, I do usually like to put a fireplace in my house, so if I'm going to do that, I have to figure out where that's going to be because it's going to influence where we put the windows. Normally, I would have my front door, and then I would do the fireplace at the far side, so when you walk in, you see it, which I still like that idea, but the problem with that is then we have to do something different with windows, like put them on either side of the fireplace up if we want them to be up high, if I want like skylight type windows on the side there. Alright, let me go to sleep again because it's already dark. The other question is, if I do a fireplace, what do I make it out of? I don't. We could just do regular brick, but I don't know how that would go. Since we have this, the mud bricks on the roof, if it would... I don't know. I have a ton of bricks that I collected from the, we found that trail ruin fairly close when we were traveling in one of the other videos. most of the stuff in this box were things that I collected from there. I was thinking about using some of the glazed terracotta as like an accent, but I don't know which. I do like the orange. I don't know how that would look with the brick though. It might not go well. I was thinking the black and the red might go better. Let's start a layout here and see. So this is the center here. I know I don't really need to, but I always feel like I need to make the chimney like realistic, like working. So I always make like, when I do them, I make sure there is a hole in the center where the smoke would go up, and I also make sure that there's a brick foundation underneath it, as in like you don't have wood underneath it that it could burn through. Okay. I'm gonna try to lay this out here. I may have to change a little bit. Alright, so then this would come out. Maybe one more like this. Alright, so we will have to move the window. I think maybe we'll do a window on either side, which will fix the weird face that I've got going on with its eyes popping out of its head there. So that actually might be good. Okay, I'm going to finish working on the chimney and then I will catch up with you guys and show you the finished product here. Okay, let me climb up and finish the chimney here and then we'll figure out where we want the windows in a bit. Alright, so I put the log there. I don't know if I'm going to keep it that way, but for now I think I prefer that over having the blank stairs there. So I'm going to try to craft, I've got everything to craft a campfire now. I did grab a hay bale from my pile of hay bales out next to my house, because I'm hoping to have an actual working fire where the smoke goes out the chimney, and if I put a hay bale underneath the campfire, it will make the smoke go a lot higher. So I'm going to put a hay bale down first, then my fire, and we'll have to go outside to see if that's actually working. Alright, so we have a working chimney slash fireplace. That's pretty cool. Smoke is rising out of there. I did not put windows in over on the side here yet, but I'm thinking maybe we do like an L shape, like almost like a triangle up there. Let me make my way up here and see. Do I still have my glass? Of course I don't have the glass. That would be helpful. Let's take that, put the bricks away for now. I'm gonna keep the brown terracotta just in case I need to fill anything back in. Okay, so maybe we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. I do think that we would have to match it. Like the front window would need to match, but maybe what we could do is put a window in the middle, in the front, like we have, but we might have to change the size of it, I don't know. Then we'll have just a regular window, like down here. We'll make it 3 wide just to match. I have some terracotta up there that I can't reach. There we go. I don't like to leave pieces floating around that are going to despawn later. So the only thing since this is a log cabin, if I feel like the single panes of glass look kind of weird with just the logs cut out like that. Like you can't, there's no way to frame them. So it looks a little strange, but the only option would be to have like terracotta all the way around the windows. But then you're gonna have big sections of brown, which I don't really love that either. Okay, so we've got one block on this side next to the chimney, and then 3. I think I went up one too high here. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, there's that one, and then we'll have to go. Let's see. Now we have a nice gentle rainstorm starting out here. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. This is a nice complete wall here, and we no longer have like a goofy face, which I prefer. I think the front still has the goofy face. You know what we could do maybe to blend this a little bit better is maybe put shutters on either side, like trapdoors for shutters. I wonder if that would blend it better. You can't really do that on the top ones though, so that may be kind of weird to have it on the bottom and then not the top. Alright, I did put the orange terracotta here. It doesn't really go very good. I don't really think it looks all that great with the brick, but I do like the little splash of color. I think it's kind of fun. Sometimes I like to do them like by my doorway too. In this case, I probably won't do that. I was still debating about putting carpet, like wool, just wool flooring in here. So I may do that still, like come into the center of the house and do that. But it will depend on if I want to break up this layout any, or if I'm just going to leave it the way it is now with an open floor plan. Okay, so this, maybe we do one out of the center and then, oops. Okay, I'm gonna match this up here, I think, to the other side. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. It's very nice. So I think that's what I'll do, is try to match like the little a step of 3 here, and then on the other side. So let me finish that up and I'll show you guys the finished product. Alright, the windows are done. I think that looks really good. We don't have any windows on the sides yet, but I think what I might want to do is do like, just storage over here, the whole wall storage. Like maybe just a wall of barrels. It's either that or do like what I did in the Serenity world, our original one, where I made a basement and added all the barrels downstairs. I guess I could do that. But I don't know, I kind of like the idea of having just, you walk in your house and you can go right over to your barrels. I'll have to think about it a little more. I'm gonna sleep quickly here before we get attacked, and then we'll go do some exploration after I put a few things away here, clear up my inventory. Alright, so I've lollygagged enough that it's already starting to get dark again. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna sleep again, collect my baked potatoes here, and then we'll go in the morning. Alright, it's morning. I just realized that my sword that I'm carrying is almost broken. I maybe want to craft another one. I really don't need to be carrying an enchanted book, but I don't think I have anywhere to put it right now. See, that's full. I suppose I could put it in this miscellaneous thing here. There. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna head this direction. And we'll see if we can find any of the new animals. The cows are sort of like the cold weather cows are. They're kind of like the Highland cows, like the ones with the long shaggy hair. They look pretty cool. I'm not sure where those are supposed to spawn though. I don't know exactly which ones spawn where. I'm not actually seeing any animals at all here. Not a single thing, not a fox, not a cow, not a chicken, not a pig, nothing. We have an azalea here. That might be the same cave. Oh, there's a single chicken here. I think that's probably connected to the cave that we went in over there. So, my other question, and I'm not sure of the answer, was if I take these chicken eggs and break them in a different biome and get baby chickens, do they automatically spawn with the new colors then? I would think that's usually how things work, at least with like, if you play in creative and use like spawn eggs, it spawns them to match whatever biome you're in. So I'm gonna collect some of these chicken eggs that are here. I thought there would be more because there was a whole bunch of chickens right there. Oh, here's one. The only downside to this world is I'm pretty sure that this spruce biome is huge and it goes on forever. So it might take a little bit to try to get into a different biome. There's some regular cows. Okay. So let me travel a little ways here and see if I can at least get out of the spruce biome. Because look at, if I go up here, like as far as you can see, it's ice spikes and spruce. So I don't know if I just get over the mountain there, if I'll be able to see some different biomes from there. But let me head that way and we'll take a look in a minute. Alright, so I do see some plains over here. And I also see some cherry trees over here, so I would like to go collect some cherry saplings because I think the cherry trees are so pretty and I usually like to plant them around my house. I don't care that I'm in a spruce biome. I think that they're lovely and they drop little pink petals and they're just fun. So I'm gonna try to get some of those and then I guess we can explore this village down here. There's some, like a regular forest over that way as well, I think. Alright, this is so weird. I've never seen ice spikes next to cherry trees before. It's super odd looking. We have a pig and a polar bear with a baby that I need to be aware of over there. But this is just so odd looking. The fact that there's ice spikes and cherries together here. This cherry. If I can find, I'm gonna try to find one that's not all like stuck together with the other trees, because there's like this one's down lower. Maybe that would be a perfect one right there. These are, I get frustrated with the cherry trees because you cannot see if there's still a log hidden in them. It's kind of like the mangrove trees. If you've ever tried to cut down a mangrove, the branches go every which way, and you don't know if you've gotten all of the mangrove wood because you cannot see it through the leaves at all. So my hope is that there is at least a few saplings that will drop from this. That looks pretty. The little pink petals falling in front of the moon. Alright, I'm gonna try to get the rest of the... There's one. One hiding down here. There's still at least one piece of wood over here. I have to try to get it. It's interesting to me how the cherry trees make a different noise too. Like the sound of the wood, it's more, and it has a more hollow sound than the other types of wood. I probably should collect some of the pink petals too, because you gotta have those underneath your tree, or at least I do. Let's see, I'll probably just do like maybe a single stack of them, maybe two, because I'm already like halfway to another one. There's some new wildflowers that they added as well. They look just like the cherry blossoms, except they're white with yellow. Kind of like, I think it's supposed to look like dandelions, maybe. I don't know, but those are a pretty cool little addition. And I think those might be, I don't know where those spawn, in the plains maybe. Alright, so I have 13 saplings. That's probably more than I need, but I guess we can wait for the rest of these to drop here. There's a couple more up there. I don't have a hoe it would make it faster to chop the leaves if I did, but I suppose I can make one. But then that's one more thing that I have to carry if I do. Well, I'm gonna wait for that to fall, and then we'll head over to the village here and take a look. I'm being attacked. I tried to go to bed, and then it was just zombies everywhere. Wow, that was a little scary. Zombie horde here. Wow, okay. Now that that's taken care of, I think the village is over on the other side of this hill, if I can make my way across here. Oh, there's a little bunny. Chicken jockey. Okay. A lot of zombies here. I love how they can touch you before they're even like near you. That poor bunny almost just died. Like, how are his arms that long that he can reach me? Alright, here's the village down here. Ooh, that's quite the drop off down there. So I have not seen any varieties of the new types of animals, but I'm not sure if I've already like explored these areas, if it's similar to like things spawning in your environment, if the animals don't spawn until you get to like a newly unexplored area. Can somebody explain to me how this baby sheep is gray when all of the sheep around him are white? Like, who's his mom? I've collected a pretty good, I've got 9 eggs I've picked up, so I could try throwing them and spawning them, but I want to make sure I'm in the right biome where we're gonna see something cool when I actually spawn it and not just get a plain white chicken. This is weird. There's two of these like temples right next to each other. That's kind of unusual. Those sheep look like they're in a perfect line over there. Alright, I'm gonna check the... Oh, hello. I'm gonna check the houses out quickly here. I don't think that there are really that many houses here. In fact, are there any more besides that? Are they like down lower? There can't be a village with just one house, can there? One house and two churches. That's the saddest village ever, if that's the case. I have to say. Seriously, is that really it? I think it is. That's so sad. Oh my gosh. Let me go up the hill and make sure, but I think that might be the end of it. There's not even like a garden or anything. It's just it, a bunch of paths. Yeah, that's officially the saddest village ever. I know we had the most unfortunate village before that was trapped between two pillager outposts, but this is the most pathetic village, I think. One singular house, that's it. I suppose if we wanted to be generous, we could come over here and build some more houses for them, and then, you know, the villagers would multiply. But, oh here, this is the wildflowers I was talking about. I think it's supposed to be like dandelions, and then those are the little white puffy dandelions that have dried out. I don't know. That's my take on it anyway. I like how they're adding all of these fun, like immersive little things like that. I'm gonna pick up some of this grass. I don't know what for. Like, I could just bone meal the ground and get grass, but maybe if I wanted to plant some tall grass and not have flowers in it, then I've got it, I guess. I can't say that I've ever done that. I did see, I was gonna say I saw a beehive somewhere here. Oh, there's a donkey up on the hill up there. I don't know if this has any bees. It kinda sounds like it does not have bees. Oh, no, there is at least one in there. I do not have anything to... Oh, there's two of them. I don't have anything to harvest that without making them angry. That's another thing I usually like to have around my house. There's another one over there. I love these purple allium flowers. I'm gonna pick these up too. I feel like this just turned into a foraging mission. I've yet to locate any new animals. I would love to do some cherry trees along with these little purple flowers around my house. I don't really love the fact that we're in like a snowy biome. I feel like it's kind of out of place to plant a bunch of flowers because, like, realistically, they wouldn't really grow if you were somewhere where it was snowy. Okay, so this has got to be another village, right? This is not the same direction we just came from. I don't know why I'm shifting. You know why I'm shifting? Because in Oblivion Remastered, when you want to sprint, Um, I keep trying to hold shift because that's what I've been playing. It's funny how quickly, at least for me, how quickly I forget the key binds for things when I switch and play something else. I am trying to share these sheep as well in case I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry. In case I want to make carpeting because I don't have any sheep at my house. There's really not. There were fox around my house there, but not much else in the way of animals. I would love to get a cat. I don't think I have any raw fish that I could feed the cat though. Let's see. At least this village has more than one house. That's a plus. Looks like there are several villagers with different professions as well. No chests in any of the houses though. Oh, we do have a blacksmith though. I'm gonna take this barrel. I was gonna say there has to be a barrel outside too for there to be a fisherman. I love how the fisherman's house is just like entrenched in water. Oh, baby villager. Hello. Okay, so we do have an actual garden here. That's good. Look at this house. Seriously, what is up with that? This is a wonderful spawn here. This looks great. A bundle, a couple of loaves of bread, and some leather armor, which, you know, I could use leather boots. My boots are about to break, but this is not really that useful. If we were just starting out, it might be useful, but I've already collected quite a bit of iron, so I don't really think that I need to take that. Alright, get a nice little bird's eye view of the village here. I think I went into all the houses. That iron golem looked like he was following that cat over there. Alright, well, my inventory is about filled up, but I will go to sleep here and then maybe we'll travel by boat for a little while and see if we find anything interesting in the way of animals. Alright, rise and shine, it's morning. That was powdered snow I almost just fell into there. That would have been another good reason to have leather boots. There's a lot of cats roaming around here. Yeah, so this is another addition. The leaves fall off the trees, but then there's also leaf litter, which is just dead leaves on the ground. And there's also downed logs in the woods, which I really like that. I think that that's more, you know, oh look, this one has vines on it. It is more realistic to what you would actually see in the woods. Downed logs and dead leaves. This is another addition, the firefly bush. I love this. I think this is so cool. And of course I have no room for them now. Let's just get rid of this one little piece of dirt that we have here. I'll just stick it in here. Seriously. Yeah, so that's another thing. I would like to collect a whole bunch of that and put it near my house. Like, maybe that would be cool to put the grass and then have the firefly bushes like in the grass so that they're like interspersed. I keep picking those up, but I have yet to actually do anything with them as far as like decoration. But I do think that they're cool. I haven't seen like very many of them. They seem to be, they grow, it seems like they're growing mostly along the think we may still be landlocked. I don't know, because it looked like that just closed up. I can see an azalea sticking out like a sore thumb over there in the middle of all those pine trees. Alright, so this might be an actual like river here. Maybe this will open back up. I haven't the slightest idea which direction. We're going north. I don't know what direction we came from, so not really paying attention here. I'm being a bad explorer. So there's a couple of those. Let's collect them. Oh shoot. Oh, this is actually a larger grouping of them. I was wondering if there were any different animals in here. Is this this is old growth, I think. Let's see, old growth pine taiga. So I don't know if that changes the animals at all. So they had already added all of there's another bunny. They had added all the different varieties of wolves in another update, but then now this adds different differences to the other animals, like as I was saying, the cows and pigs and chickens. This is one random little yellow flower there. There's not any other flowers around. Let's see. I love this, how they have little mushrooms growing on the logs. That's a fun little detail. Okay, so I see some wolves, but they're just white. And I have not seen any other animals yet besides the rabbits. This is crunchy, the ground here. The only problem is trying to, like, when you're in a boat, if you're trying to, like, scan and see stuff, it's a little bit, you kind of go a little too fast. I'm gonna collect these firefly bushes where I see them because, as I said, there's not very many of them. There's a shipwreck here. The only problem is, as usual, my inventory is, 100% full. I have one slot. Oh, but I do have a bundle. Let's see, what can we put in the bundle? It's almost full. There, that clears up a couple of spots. With the bundles, what I normally try to do is just add something that I only have a couple of. Like I did the pumpkins, I had 2. You can put 64 items in there, but the best way to do it is if you have items that you only have a couple of them, those are the best things to put in there because then you're saving the most inventory spots. Like I could have put an emerald in there too. Now we're full. But we cleared up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. I already had 1 open, so that's helpful. The only thing I don't really like about it is trying to get stuff out of it is really a pain. They should make it like a chest where you could just select a single item, but it's not like that. You have to actually seek everything out. Isn't there normally like a door over here somewhere? Maybe it's down here. Yeah, I think it's full of sand and stuff. I wonder if there's actually even any treasure in here. There normally is in the far corner there. Let's see. Oh, there is. Alright. Oh my gosh. So I think I left my crafting table in my house. Let's see, what can we get rid of? I certainly don't need sandstone or cobblestone. Alright, so again, it would be useful. Oh, that's already full. Okay, so put the diamond in there, I guess. I was thinking I could just eat some of these fish. I feel like sometimes I spend a lot of time just looking at my inventory trying to figure out how to make more room. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be the same issue trying to get to the stuff underneath here. Is it going to be just full of sand? It kind of looks like it. Alright, I don't really need any of that. Cursive binding, definitely not. However, there's probably another chest over on this side. There's the chest. I was gonna say, I thought there should be another room here. Alright, buried treasure map. A clock. I don't think I need that. I will take the books though. So, I don't know. This isn't really super far away, it doesn't look like. It's pretty much like due west, south. So this should be west. It's like northwest. Okay. The problem I'm gonna have is the same thing with that treasure. I don't have enough room to pick anything up. Yeah, we're just, like, if I turn just a little bit, it says we're headed north, so I think this is the way we want to go. Why is there a mushroom tree over there? That doesn't look like dark oak. Oh, I guess maybe there is some dark oak there. That's another wood that I would like to collect if I find some. Okay, tell me why there is fencing here. Is this like part of a shipwreck that's just totally buried? I need to go to bed before these. Yeah, I think it is another shipwreck. So there is a dark oak forest here, and actually there is a swamp over there too. I can see some mangrove trees off in the distance. There's also a ruined portal over here, I just noticed. Let's see if there's anything good in there. Almost walked into the lava. Oh, here's a silk touch pickaxe. It would be nice to take that and be able to get some beehives on the way back. So these lodestones, I'm not totally clear on what these are for. I think that they're for like a compass. Somehow you can put the lodestone on a compass and it will point you to your spawn point. Is that right? Or is that just is that the recovery compass? I don't know. These are a newer item. But I know you can do something with either a compass or there's something you can craft with them. Let's see if it, I wonder if it would show me if I, no, it doesn't. Like, sometimes it'll say, you know, new crafting recipe or whatever. How did I just randomly catch on fire? This is a stone block. How is that burning? Someone explain to me how that happened. Okay. Well, I do now have a diamond pickaxe, so I could collect obsidian, but again, I have nowhere to put it. So I think that's probably not a good idea. I think what I'm gonna do is mark down our coordinates for this location and travel back home and try to clear out some more stuff. Maybe what I'll do is try to get things put away in barrels, and like sort. I need to get some item frames made. So that's gonna require me to get some cows so that I can stock up on leather. So that's gonna be a little bit of a project. But I would like to avoid having a bunch of chests outside my house that are just full of random stuff. So I may try to do that. But I think we'll wrap up here, and then what I'll do is when we come back to the next episode, I will come back to these coordinates so we can pick up where we left off, because I would like to go and explore and get some of the dark oak wood and some of the saplings. It's weird to me that the dark oak spawned here on the sand like that. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.